Hey everybody, it's Mrs. Gwines. We're getting ready to start our first week of official online learning with the Carlisle Area School District. I don't know about you, but I'm excited to get back into a routine with learning, but I'm also a little nervous because this is brand new for everybody. So here's a little video explaining how this week is going to work and some things that we're going to have in place for the rest of the time that we're out of school because of the COVID-19 extended break. Here we go. First, I want to take a second to give some shout outs to the students who participated in our enrichment activities last week. Remember, you needed to do two things. You needed to do a getting to know you activity where you answered 9 questions, some of them pretty easy. One of them I think was a little challenging. And so those people who answered the getting to know you activity were Bajong, Autumn, Trent, James, Kirsten, Emma, Megan, Emily, Maya C., and Aaron. Thank you so much for contributing to that conversation, and it is not too late to do that getting to know you discussion. Also, a big shout out to the following people who completed the little assessment. It's not really an assessment, but a little quiz on transversal angles that are created when 2 parallel lines are cut by a transversal. And those people are Amara Bajong, Trent, who got a 100%, Megan B., who earned a 96%, and Aaron from 7th period. Thank you all so much for giving a try, and thank you everybody for participating last week. This quick video is just going to walk you through the way that our online course is going to work, not just this week, but overall, as long as we're out for our COVID-19 extended break. So we've gone through our welcome, and I'm excited and nervous at the same time. I'm going to explain where you can find your assignments each week, how you're going to be graded, when you get to see the glorious and wonderful and awesome Mrs. Gwines, and then finally what you're going to have to do this week, the tasks. And those 3 things are listed on the left side of this screen, and I'm going to talk about those in more detail later. First up is, where can I find our assignments? Everything for everybody for this extended break is going to be found in Schoology. If you still are having trouble finding Schoology or logging into Schoology, your parents are going to receive an email on Monday, April 6th with the link to the video on how to access our important websites. If it's an issue with your login information, like you just can't remember your email or your password, you need to email the tech department, and that's also included in the video. All right, so once you get into Schoology, you can use the website or the app. You're going to go to our course, and if you look here on the screen, you see this is a screenshot from 3rd period. And you're actually going to click on the folder that says Learning Checklists, week of April 6th. Every week that we're on our extended break, there will be a new folder. This is different than the folder we've been working out before. This one is going to be in blue, and these activities should be completed in the order of the tasks in the folder. All right, so I know a lot of you have some questions about the way grades are going to work over the next 9 weeks. And so instead of getting an A, B, C, D, or F, instead for this 9 weeks, because we know things are so different and people are dealing with all kinds of adversity over the, because we're out of school and things are just, wow, they're just different, right? So instead of grading you on a traditional letter scale, we're going to be grading you or evaluating or assessing or whatever word you want to use here based on your engagement. Okay, so if you're engaged in class, you're completing all of the assignments, you're participating in discussions, you stop by our Zoom open hours, and I'll explain those later if you need to, and you're working to build our online community through encouraging others, asking questions, and interacting with the content in each other. So engagement is more than just clicking through some answers on an online quiz or running a video. It's really kind of becoming a part of our class the same way that you would if we were in Wilson. Okay, but how do I get grades on engagement? Well, this was decided on the district level, and there are going to be 3 levels of your grades, which will be based on engagement for the fourth 9 weeks. You're going to be evaluated as highly engaged, moderately engaged, or disengaged. So, highly engaged means you just do all of those things that we talked about in the previous slide, right? You're participating, you're completing the tasks, you are encouraging others to participate. I can feel you on the other side of town in your computer. I know that you're there working on math, right? And then moderately engaged means some of those things are true, but not all of them. And disengaged means exactly that. You're just not engaged with the course. I'm going to try my best to give you an update weekly on where you stand on your engagement scale. So, was this week a really great week? Were you highly engaged this week? Were you moderately engaged this week? And if you're disengaged, I'll probably be reaching out personally to make sure that I can help where if I'm able, to make sure that you're able to be successful for this fourth 9 weeks. This is the part that I know you've all been waiting for. When can you see me and talk to me if we're here doing online learning? I'm not going to do live lessons. Instead, I'm going to record me teaching as if I was at the whiteboard, giving notes and giving examples. And then those are going to be posted in Schoology. So you can watch those on your own time. But in case those lessons or your assignments for the week aren't clear, or you have questions, or you just want to touch base because it's been a long time since you've interacted with anybody outside of your house, right? I'm going to have Zoom office hours, and those times are listed on this slide. You'll notice it looks a little funny, and it's because second period is really, really small, and seventh period is another small class. So I put those together from 10 to 11 in the morning, third period from 11 to 12, and fifth period from 12 to 1. And so I'm going to post how you join those Zoom conference calls in each week's checklist. So, if you have questions, you can join those. I'm going to hold those office hours on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So you're going to get your assignment and your tasks on Monday. You can work on a little bit on Monday, and maybe you've got some questions. Maybe you want to see some more examples. Drop by your Zoom time. And even though it says second and seventh period 10 to 11, I'm not going to kick you out of a Zoom if you're in second period, but you can't join until 12, right? So just trying to keep numbers small so everybody can have a chance to ask questions if they need to. This week is all about making sure that you're able to connect with us. So it's really just important that you're interacting with Schoology and we can see that you can log in, you can see what you need to do, and you do it. So it's a pretty light week on the work side. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to complete the fun would you rather activity. So questions like, would you rather only eat salsa or guacamole for the rest of your life, right? Then the next thing you're going to do is watch a review video on solving two-step equations. After you watch that video, you've got a maze. You know that I love mazes. And so this is a PDF. If you're able to, you can print it, write on it, and then take a picture of it to upload into the assignment folder. Or if you don't have a printer or you're not interested in printing it, instead you could work out your work on a separate sheet of paper, download a copy of the maze, and use the highlighter function in Adobe to show the path that you take. Save it, and then submit it with that path highlighted back into Schoology. And then the last thing, if you just want to stop by Mrs. Gwines' Zoom open office hours, I would really love to see you. And there could be a possible sighting of Diana or Gambit or even Mr. Gwines, who knows? So I'd love to see you in our Zoom office hours on Tuesday or Thursday. We're about to start something completely new. And even though I'm pretty excited about getting back into a routine and teaching math again, I'm also nervous. Things are really different right now, and sometimes the news feels overwhelming. Sometimes not being able to see my friends and my family is a lot to deal with, and we know it's a lot to deal with for you too. And so you're probably a little nervous, maybe a little apprehensive. Maybe you're wondering, how in the world am I going to balance the things that I have to do at home with online learning? We're trying really, really hard to make this as not easy, but possible for you. And so as you're walking through this week, you are more than welcome to email me at any time. Now, I'm not going to answer at any time, but I'll get back to you as soon as I can. You can see me in my office hours on Zoom, and you can also drop a question in our Padlet board. And so you'll see right here on the screen is a QR code. If you hover your phone or iPad or any device over that QR code, it'll take you to the website with the Padlet, and you can post a question there. I put a model question up. If you want to answer it, feel free. I cannot wait to see you online. I'm so excited for this opportunity. I know we're going to do great. We've got this. You are some of the most brilliant students I've ever met, and we're going to do what we need to do to make sure you're ready for 8th grade. See you soon.